to interact before. He is here as part of the Gurukul Chevening program, with which we've again, I interacted before, and I asked him in the elevator down here how he was enjoying that time, and he said, "I'm a changed person." I said, "Really? You know, how has it changed?" I said, wait, let's hold that. Tell everyone, how has the time, so, you know, we are part of an institution, university in general, that prides itself on you know, really spirited and open dialogue and debate, and in particular at the Blavatnik School of Government, we believe that if you change government by just a little bit, you really are able to change the lives of many, many, many people. In the case of India, of course, that's 1.4 billion people. So just give us a little flavor of how
I'm glad that, Professor, you asked me this question. I still remember when Professor Maya Tudor was in our class, and she made her point of view, and it is a well-known fact that as a researcher, they have a point of view. And it is also a fact that everybody will have a point of view because we look politics very closer. I have a skin in the game inside. I remember the long conversation both of us had over emails. I wrote an email to Professor and she was kind enough to reply to me, and then I wrote an email. I believe that is the greatness of Oxford. And when you come here, you engage with anybody, even a great political scientist and economic scholar, and everybody sits in the same forum. That is a great thing for me. And fortunately, unfortunately, Professor, at one point of time, India was a great country in terms of education and learning. The Nalandas and the Taxilas, if you look at it, and fantastic places of learning. But somehow, colonial conquest, at different points of time, we lost many things. So we are trying to get back into that space where our academic centers can be world class. And then the latest world ranking, 46 Indian colleges have gone into the US world ranking. It was 11 previously, now we are 46. We want to get there. When we look at this kind of eminent institutions like Oxford, we just pride that India should also have something like that soon, where the children come here, they take all kinds of questions. You go somewhere, somebody is for Palestine, somebody is against Palestine, somebody is for Gaza, somebody is against. But when you talk to those kids, everybody has got a point of view, and it's not necessary that you should just shut somebody down just because he's got a differing opinion. That is the big thing in Oxford. The second, for me, everywhere is equality of resources Oxford has got. The libraries, the accessibility it gives you. And even here, and you are very kind enough, and a respectable member of the audience had a very differing point of view with you, and somebody had a differing point of view with you. And it is a greatness that we sit in the same forum, and then we engage, and we all have different points of view, but we try and find a common way inside. This I can see in Oxford day after day, class after class. But when I heard about Oxford outside, I had a different point of view. But when I'm inside, I'm having a different point of view. Third, but most importantly, I said I'm going back a changed man because I remember when economists wanted to do an interview of me, Economist magazine about 8 months back, I said I will not give an interview. He said, why? He said, look, you are biased, I'm not going to talk to you. He said, look, that is not the way to argue. I said, okay, if that is the case, we will do one thing. I'm opening my life to you for 4 days. You can tag along with me. Everything you see. After that, you ask a question, I will reply. And the reporter, a British reporter based in India, was kind enough to come with me, and 4 days he traveled with me. Then we both had a very engaging conversation. I don't want a positive or a negative story about India, madam. We are not bothered. We are only bothered about a story with perspective. Yeah. So that made me wonder that maybe India is not represented very well in global forums, in Financial Times or New York Times or many places. Some of our achievements have to come in these papers, the papers that most people read. It is not that I can simply say I don't care what people in Zurich think, what people in London think, what people in Washington think, but actually you influence the money that comes into my country, the FDI that comes into my country is influenced. Though I attack all the three indices. But all the three indices is a basis for World Bank to determine a country's governance mechanism based on which funds flow. And it is very important that one side I attack everything with data, on the other side you have also the humility to accept, to see how can I do better, to see how can I bring a better argument to the table so that everybody gets our point of view that is represented well. So I'm going back with this mindset that not necessarily to close our ears and shut down our eyes to criticism, but come back, have an open forum, go back. If there is something that we have to change, we are happy enough to change, no problem.
Well, on that wonderful note, please join me. Now is the time to clap. Please join me in thanking